hopefully we've got this in the right order. Basically, you should have seen our behind the scenes update, what was going on, how we got to where we're at now. That was a video we shot a while ago. You can see we're still in this RV, yet you've already seen a video of the walkthrough of the RV. So again, I know it's a little bit backwards, but we wanted to keep some content fresh, and the only way you can do that is to shoot the video at the time. And now you're seeing this one. Now what is this one? This is actually the video that we're going to go get that fifth wheel.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
The RV is straightened out as much as possible. We still have to clean it, but our bed's not made. We've got everything thrown in here. We are going to go stay the night in a hotel for the night so we can flush our tanks, empty our tanks, and when we take it up to the dealer, we don't have to worry about any of that. Even though they have a dump station and that, we don't have to worry about it. So all my computer stuff, it's all stored away. So yeah, we've got very little that we have to do, but we will be going to the dealer, and that's Campers Inn in Jacksonville. That's our appointment's actually for tomorrow. It's kind of exciting. This is going to be the last time really that we're in this RV. We stayed our last night in this RV. Yeah. Because tomorrow, again, we're going to stay at the hotel tonight, and then tomorrow is switchover day, to where we're switching everything from this RV to our new fifth wheel.
It'll be our first night.
It'll be our first night in the fifth wheel. The only thing I'm dreading about moving is that mattress. That mattress is so heavy. It's like a memory foam thing. I think we're going to do another mattress review here shortly, hopefully. We've got all our non-essentials really, like our TV trays and stuff like that. A lot of odds and ends are in the shed that's on our property here. Let me go ahead and take you outside. Of course, we have this little clam shelter, which we haven't talked about really. I'll put a link for this in the description, because we did a review of the big clam shelter, which we liked a lot, but there was a problem. It was a big clam shelter. You can ask Heidi. It was huge. It was just...
You could at least have 8 people in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comfortably.
Yeah. But,
with chairs.
But the thing was is it was just too heavy. And it was kind of bulky for us to carry around all the time for what we were doing. Now, if we knew we were going to be stationary for a period of time, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, this shed here is filled. We got our bikes all locked up in here. This will stay pretty stationary. We do have it tethered down over here. But now the work begins of us since November. So November, December, January, and now we're into February. We're the middle of February. 4 months this thing has been sitting exactly where it's at. So we have to do some lubrication, some spray on slides, and we got to prepare this thing to move. And again, I think we're gonna go take this to the car wash and hose it off real quick, because some of our stuff is like this wheel is real dirty over here. Of course, I got to do something with all this. That's what I'm getting ready to do, but I thought I'd shoot video. So on our way, let me go ahead and hook up and start towing this thing for the first time in a long time. On the road, we stopped and washed off the RV, and we're wet. We're soaking wet. The hose for the sprayer broke. It got a crack in it. So I mean a big crack too.
So he had to finish spraying it off while it was...
With the crack. With the crack in the hose.
I guess maybe it helped a little bit.
So the RV got washed for the first time
in about 4 months.
It's got to be more than that. Blue Beacon.
Say a command.
Yeah. We didn't wash it before we got there. So maybe 5 months. Maybe 4.5 months.
When was the last time we got it washed?
I don't think it was on our way to Vero Beach.
I don't think so either.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It was filthy. The reason that we popped on the video, or the camera here, I have never been moved around so much as I am currently towing this RV.
It's a little windy.
You guys could speculate. It's windy out. Is it as windy as we've seen? Nope. Not at all. We've seen way windier than this. Way, way windier. You could say it's because we don't have a cap on the back of the truck, which is twofold problems. One, there's not as much weight in the back of the truck pushing down the front of the trailer, and the trailer might be riding a little high on the front. We're also we don't have any water in the tank, the freshwater tank. We usually run with 10, 15 gallons of fresh water in there. We also have pretty much everything out of the RV in the front. All of our clothes, which we figured out to weigh about 100 pounds, all the clothes that went in our wardrobe. And a lot of stuff that was in the pass-through. That could be something. I do need to readjust, I think, the weight distribution to take some pressure off, because I don't think it needs as much. Also, the fact that the cap isn't on the back, we could be running into an aerodynamic situation that we've never had an issue with before, and that is the aerodynamics of that cap helping the air get to the front of the RV and up over the front of the RV. Instead, now it's going over the cab of the truck and in the bed of the truck. And, we do have a tonneau cover back there, which we'll talk about in a future video. And could be that it's hitting more of the RV. It could be I'm not making, with this truck not having a cap on it, an 8-foot, you got to figure that, you've got the windshield of this truck. So you have the hood and the grill that's breaking the wind. You have the windshield of this truck and the width of this truck, and then the roof of this truck that then pushes out, make it to where the air has to push over all that. Well, it also had, an 8-foot long cap that was roof high with the truck that was just as wide as the cab, that kept that pocket open the whole way till it hit the front of the RV. So the air wasn't as organized when it hit the front of the RV. It was still being disturbed by a big mass of a vehicle, which it still is to some extent. But I would love to see if somebody had access to a wind tunnel and do wind tunnel testing. But anyways, back to what I was saying. We're really moving around. Obviously, with this Pro Pride hitch, it's not unsafe on any level.
It's not swaying.
It's not swaying or anything like that. It's just I can feel it kind of buffeting. It feels as if I'm behind a tractor trailer.
Yeah.
And the tractor trailer's air pocket is kind of just, doesn't got me out of control or anything. I'm just kind of riding in it. And there's nothing in front of us. I mean, there's a car further up ahead, but this has been going on for a little while now, so I'll have to experiment with that. And I want you guys to think about that whenever you're buying a vehicle. Long bed vehicles react differently than short bed vehicles. If you have a quad cab or a crew cab like we do, that's going to break up the air to go over a short bed a lot differently than, let's say, a regular cab with a long bed. I mean, you have that little tiny cab that releases that air back into the bed quicker, and then you have that whole bed. So yeah, it's just different. It's a lot of things to think about. Maybe you want to put a cap on your truck. You might be pleased with the way that it rides. I'm going to tell you that our gas mileage with the cap, I think, was better.
Popo getting someone.
Police chase. No police chase. Oh, there's something going on. Another cop's coming too. So anyways, you may want to think, that we got better gas mileage with the cap than we do with this roll and lock tonneau cover. That's just a little bit different than what I expected, to tell you the truth. So we're going to enjoy the ride. This is the last time that the RV gets, towed. Obviously, we're going to do it tomorrow, but this is the last time that, we hooked up. Just in time, also, our tongue jack is making some weird noises. Obviously, it needs disassembled and re-greased or something. But
It was a struggle.
it was a struggle. We're happy to be towing again, and there's something too. Very strange. It was an odd feeling, let me tell you. Hooking up for the first time, just starting to tow. You know, after 4 months, I remember experiencing this whenever it was winter, and the RV sat all winter long in the turnaround. And then we hooked up to go out for our first camping trip, but it feels odd to me. It just feels odd to me. So, anyways, the truck does accelerate a lot more with that trailer being so light. I would think that trailer back there right now probably weighs, if it weighs 7,000 pounds,
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah.
You got to figure it's 6,300 pounds while it's empty. We have a hot water tank that has water in it. We have our dishes and utensils in there. And we have 2 totes in there that weigh about 30 pounds apiece.
Yeah.
That's about it. And there's something else too. I forgot. We have no longer a generator on the back. I need to definitely readjust my weight distribution. I think I got my bars too tight. I mean, it don't feel that way. I don't feel that stiffness, but I'm definitely putting my airbags. I had them up to 25 initially because that's what I always towed with. Then I moved to 15. I'm going to move them down to 5 because I don't think that I need those at all. But anyways, nice day. It's a little bit cloudy. It is warm, 70. It's going to be 70 today. When we get north, obviously, it'll be a little bit cooler probably. Tomorrow's going to be warmer, and the next day after that, even warmer. We're
Excited about that.
Getting back to the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, we really suffered this winter.
We did.
Had some
nights we suffered.
some nights it was pretty cold.
Okay, we didn't really suffer.
Yeah.
It was chilly.
It was chilly. But yeah, we're all right. So I love the fact that we're talking February. We're middle February right now, and it's 80. It's gonna be 80.
Yeah.
We snuck in an 80-degree day. January, we had a few 80-degree days. So remember that on Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. Every time the biker gang showed up, they play that music. I think that was the Black Widows, and the leader was Spider, something like that. We'll let you go. Pick it up later.
We are so close to Daytona. You can hear them practicing for the Daytona 500, which is on Sunday. We can hear it inside the hotel room. Pretty cool. Good morning, YouTube. Today is the day.
Today's the day. So we stopped at the
Watch out,
hotel.
vehicle on shoulder ahead.
There's a vehicle in the shoulder. Oh no. No, there is a vehicle in the shoulder. So the stop that we did yesterday, or last night, was for our own Valentine's Day celebration. Whatever. And it rained. The truck's RV sat out in the driveway just fine in the parking lot.
Yep.
We stopped at Buc-ee's to get our fuel, because Buc-ee's in Daytona. If you guys haven't had a chance to check those gas stations out, it's well worth the pull in. And Heidi sent me 625 pictures, and that's what all those little ding-dings are going on there. So yeah, it was a Buc-ee's is nice for RVs to get in and get fueled. There's lots of room, and of course there's pretty decent amount of parking. Make sure you park and go inside. If you haven't been in a Buc-ee's, you got to do it. Just go
You should
check
watch
it out.
the YouTube video about
Screw
Buc-ee's.
it. Go experience it yourself.
No, I'm saying
Just go experience it yourself.
it's not owned by
Right. It's no corporation or nothing like that.
it's just two guys.
Two guys that started it back in the 80s or 90s or something like that. But nonetheless, it's just you just have to go visit it.
Yeah.
It's an attraction. Our travel trailer, we're letting it go with a bunch of crap on it. We're letting it go with the propane tank sensors because we went ahead and bought new propane tank sensors. We're letting it go with the micro air easy starts up top because probably not going to need micro air easy starts. Not yet. If we do, we'll add them. We've already kind of bought some stuff for it, for the new RV, but there's a lot of things that you gotta have your RV before you buy it. Now there's a lesson to be learned there because we bought a whole bunch of camping paraphernalia. And it's funny, once you're out in a situation, you think, oh, I didn't even need that. I don't even know why I bought it. I don't know. It's different.
Especially stuff for fires, because you don't have fires down in Florida.
Right. Well, it all depends. Or out west during fire season.
Right.
But it all depends on how you're going to camp.
Yeah.
If you're going to try to get into state parks, and I'm talking about full-time camping, full-time RVing, because it's really not camping.
No.
You definitely live differently.
Watch out, construction on road ahead.
Don't expect to necessarily, I'm going to keep my fire poker and my hobo pie maker and whatever you want to call them, pizza makers, and I'm going to have my kettle cooker and a tripod that goes over the fire. And here, you probably won't even ever get to that.
Watch out, vehicle
Probably
on
won't
shoulder
even
ahead.
ever do it, and that's pretty much it. That's what our situation was. So that's why we didn't buy a ton for the new RV. We knew there was a few things.
So if you want a pizza pie, just have to do it in a skillet.
Yeah, that's the truth. We're here with our new RV. Oh, wait a minute, that's not our new RV. You guys are waiting for it, aren't you?
Because you all knew.
You already knew. We're in their little campground, I guess you can call it that. And the reason is, boom. How excited are you, Heidi?
Super excited.
Heidi's super excited. This is the unit that we have been talking about very little, and we are really excited. It was funny because we've actually looked at quite a few fifth wheels over the last year and a half, and when we got here, we were, let's first, where's here? I guess we should talk about that. Here is Campers Inn in Jacksonville. This is the location that's called really their corporate office, and it's west of Jacksonville, just a little bit, right off of I-10. That's I-10 out there. And this is our new 2022 ROCKWOOD 2899KS. Kind of a kitchen slide is what they call that. And we're going to go inside and show you some of the details, but we're not going to show you all the details. But we want you to see just a few things about it that we like. We optioned it with a lot of stuff, lots of options on this, which we'll talk about the options as we go along. Further, it's not going to be all jammed in this video. We just want to kind of introduce you to this camper. And I think this might be Pete's Dragon. That might be what we call it, because I think Pete's Dragon was an imaginary friend. And we were calling this our imaginary RV because we just didn't picture it. But nonetheless, we've been in a lot of fifth wheels, we've been to a lot of RV shows, and it seems really odd when we walked into this one knowing this is our unit. This is our unit. So we're trading in our ROCKWOOD that we currently have. So if you guys are interested in it, Campers Inn, come down to Campers Inn. But we'll show you just real quick features. The door has the spring screenshot, so it's got a retractor on it. We like this, that the retracting legs are just got buttons on it that push so the legs come out instead of the pins, which that's the way our old one was. And we want to show it to you with all the slides in first, and then we'll show you one of the features that we're really interested in trying out. We've talked about this before, trying to slide through to access anything. Not really happening, not on this RV. But we're in a different type of camping right now. We're not so much traveling as fast as we were, even though this one still allows it. And here's the bathroom. Let's go ahead and hop into the bedroom real quick. Here's some options, a griddle that's available. But yeah, this has pretty much every single option that you can get. All the TVs in all the rooms. When I say all, there's actually 3. We have a couple double solar panels on the roof, so there's solar, so we can do some boondocking. And yeah, I'm kind of excited about the whole thing. But we're going to go ahead and put the slides out and show you what it looks like. Talk about it a little bit more, and we'll probably close out the video. Basically what we're going to do then is transfer the stuff that we have in our RV into this one, so we can cut this one loose and let them do whatever they need to do with it. Really going to miss it. I mean, there's some sad thoughts about the whole process, because it did do something for us, and that was get us on the road. But we'll talk about that more. I just wanted to show you this, give you the first impressions and initial thoughts, and it's awesome. Like I said, we optioned it up. We pretty much every option you can imagine, except for a residential refrigerator, which we didn't want because it's only electric only. And luggage rack, don't know how much we'll use it, but we wanted to option it in there. There's a bike rack in there that we could also use for support. This isn't a towing rack, it's just for 350 pounds worth of support. The luggage rack though is only 200 pounds. Well, again, we'll talk about all this stuff, but we also have some special features just on this unit, which we'll show you, in addition to an option that we're kind of excited about. Okay, so all the slides are out. There's 3 of them. This is the super slide. This is the only super slide. And then this is kind of it's a big slide, could be a super slide, except it's not very deep. Deep enough. And then the bedroom slide. So a little bit different. We like the layout. It's just me and Heidi. We've never had any overnight visitors or anything, except for our grandson. If our grandson decides to come stay, he could crash on the couch. No big deal. He cannot crash on the dinette. And that's because we have a couple of options that are special to us. We talked with ROCKWOOD, requested, and they said they could. The first is a regular standard dining table that's not removable. It does not come out. It doesn't become a coffee table. You don't take it outside. We don't need any of that. We didn't want any of that. We wanted just a standard table, because this is my workstation. This is where I sit. This is where I work, at least in the old RV. And even in our Terry camper, I sit at the dinette and my computer is here. And this is, again, where I work. So the problem that we were having is that collapsible table that comes with these is great. If you order the dinette option, it's a great table if you have a need for this to become a sleeper area. We don't. So they put this unit in here, and this allows me to sit down here and stretch my feet across to the other side. I'm not banging my legs on anything, except for the center post, which that is not an issue. That's all I needed. I just needed a place that I could put my feet. And the problem with the collapsible table for me and my situation was, there was legs, which we'll show you that in our RV, but it was just in the way. This does have a leaf that does pull out. Heidi can show you there. It just kind of pulls out and then lifts up. You got to come out. There you go.
Oops.
She got to get used to it. There it is. And she thinks it. There.
I only did it, or I didn't even do it yet. So
I've already done that, so that's why I know. And here's the other option that we have that's available just on this unit for us. An outlet in the dinette. I know that doesn't seem like much, but I'm talking about that little black outlet right there. They don't normally put outlets in here. That's not their thing. But again, this is my workstation. I needed to plug stuff in. So with that said, everything else on here is the way that you can order it from them with the color tone, which again, we'll go into more detail about it. However, I wanted to show you guys what we had, what we got, and it's nice. I mean, there's some really cool stuff here, and I'm going to be really happy that Heidi's got a kitchen she can work with. I mean, she's been doing so much with that kitchen that we've had for the last couple years, and this will give her the option to do a lot more. And you can see, talking about options, we optioned in the Max Air vent in the back instead of a standard. And then it comes with one Max Air in the bathroom. Then we optioned in the second Max Air, and that's that one there. We also optioned in the additional rooftop air conditioner that's in the bedroom, in addition to the one that's here. We have a fireplace that's a heated fireplace. We'll go over these a lot, you know, another future video. 3 TVs. We got the big TV here, got this TV here, we got the one in the bedroom. But one of the options that we're excited about, other than, you see they're insulated windows, these are double pane windows all the way around. The one option that we got that we're excited to try out, we don't know how well it'll work, but why not? Check that out. We got a washer, and of course, try the other side, a dryer. Now, there's a lot of storage that you could potentially say we lost here, but you know, honestly, I think we're pretty good here. Our hanging clothes, of course, we'll take this shelf out. Our hanging clothes will be in here. These will be drawers that we utilize, of course, and we have this dresser. Not only that, but we do have under bed storage, which we'll show you that real quick. Again, we're not covering everything. We're just, so it's just some of the highlights. And this area here, I think, can be worked a little bit better. There's some things that we could do to make it a little bit easier and nicer. But nonetheless, we do have storage. So something else we got to do, even though this comes with a nice mattress. Yeah. We're going to change that and put our mattress in here, and there may be another mattress in our future. Well,
we do have the shelving.
Oh yeah, we still have all this too. I mean, all this shelving
that's
up
a
here.
lot.
Yeah, there's quite a bit there. You know, but we wanted to try this washer dryer. We had to try the washer dryer, so that's why it's here. So what do you think?
I'm super excited to get moved in and start living in this unit.
Yeah, look at all the space.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually have to yell a little bit.
I'm going to be able to cook Michael a meal without walking in front of him.
Yeah, see how thoughtful she is? I don't know if you guys picked up on that. She's basically...
He watches TV like this when I'm walking by.
But she's thinking of me the whole time. She's thinking of me the whole time. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the next video. It's so nice being able to put out videos again. The thing that we're doing right now is basically getting ready to unhitch the RV from the truck for the last time, then remove the hitch. But we do have to put the slides in. We got to back it up. We're going to dump the tanks. We'll flush it, you know, the tanks for them, because we did use the bathroom in this RV last night instead of ours, because this one doesn't have potable water in it yet. It just has...
Plus, it's not all the way...
Yeah, it's not completely de-winterized. We wanted to test a washer, but we couldn't. On the fifth wheel, we found out that because we optioned it up so heavy, and I'll get into details about this at another point in time, but since we optioned it up so heavy, I want you guys to pause the video, and I want you to go down and type in the comments, what do you think the payload capacity of this RV is currently? I want you to tell me what you think the empty weight is. At the factory, their empty weight, before they put batteries in it, before they fill it with propane. And then I want you to tell me what the payload capacity is with, if you want to do it with a full tank of fresh water, or if you want to do it without a full tank of fresh water, however you want to do it. It's a 54-gallon freshwater tank, just to give you an idea. And the hot water tank is 6 gallons. So anyways, do that. All right, so if you've paused the video and you went and typed in what you thought the weight is, it's much less than you thought. So normally these things have a payload capacity of about 15 to 1,700 pounds, somewhere in that area. Since we optioned it up with all the stuff that we did, and remember this, the new fifth wheel's got a washer and dryer in it, our payload capacity when the freshwater tank is full is 746 pounds. 746 pounds. That's it. That means if we fill the freshwater tank, everything else that's in that RV, our clothes, our dishes, our utensils, our food, my computer gear, cameras, Heidi's Cricut crafting stuff, printers, shredders, whatever we have in there, water that we're carrying, extra drinking water, all the pass-through stuff, you know, the sewer hoses, the sewer connections, the electrical stuff, all that, the bicycles, all that stuff can't weigh more than 746 pounds if we do a full freshwater. Obviously, without the full freshwater tank, I think it's 1,200. I think we can do 1,200.
1221.
Yeah, so what we're going to have to do is compromise with ourselves and figure out what 20 gallons will do. You know what, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that that might be a little bit off. Let's look. Okay, actually, it's 723 pounds with a full hot water tank and a full freshwater tank. No wastewater tanks, you know, nothing in the wastewater. So, yeah. But yeah, the normal payload is 1,221. But the fact, you know, as soon as you add, what is that, 500 pounds basically of fresh water, it takes away from that. So 1,221 is what the weight is without fresh water, and all the more we can put in there. And I'll be honest, we're probably going to be
Overweight.
It might be overweight. We'll see. We got to take it to cat scales at some point. But the whole reason that we're shooting this part of the video is if you guys are in the Jacksonville area at Campers Inn, there's a couple Campers Inn. This was the one on General. This RV will be for sale. So I don't know where they're going to put it at one of their stores, but it'll be somewhere in the Campers Inn store, in one of their places. So this is the way you're going to get it if you buy it from them. We have this 600-pound capacity bumper, which I miss already. I was putting in the stinky slinky, and as I was twisting it around, it has to be just perfect to fit into the 4-inch. Of course, you have a hitch on the back, the ladder. The micro air easy starts are already installed. I don't know what they're going to do. They'll probably take those bug shields off because people have misinformation going on there. We'll leave the ottoman, but I don't think they're going to leave it in here. They'll probably get rid of it, but I think it's a nice addition. Of course, the recliner, your bed, the dinette. But look at this, is the way we saw this RV. This is how we bought it. Now, there's some other things that I did. I forgot to even mention this before. I put a port in here so you can access the cables and stuff if you want to do extra stuff like we did with our Wii Boost, which I put ports on the outside. You know what else I did? I made these functional. These were not functional. You had to, now there's a reason they're not functional, and that's when you're putting the slide in, you don't want the doors to be open, and you don't want the doors to come open whenever the slide's going out, because it'll break it off, and you got to take a look at that, you know, in case. But anyways, I made both of these functional. You can see there's the subwoofer. This is where we used to keep the Wii Boost booster, and then we had the antenna up here. And then I put in a couple of ports here, a couple cable ports you can see. I talked about that on the previous video. And that allowed for the Wii Boost to be passed through so we can mount it outside, which the mounts are still there. Of course, the TV goes, remotes, refrigerator, freezers never failed us. We've never had an issue with it whatsoever. It's been great. I think it's going to be better than the one we currently have, to tell you the truth. And then this is our pass-through bathroom. Again, we talked about this. We were looking for a pass-through bathroom. We got it. Aqua Miser, Shower Miser, whatever you want to call it. Works pretty good. Corner medicine cabinet down here's medicine cabinet. We love this storage. It's better than the storage that we have in our new one just because of accessibility. I think the new RV that we have has about the same storage, but it's hard to access it. It's really hard to access it. Of course, a pocket door. We upgraded this. This is a porcelain commode. You know, when we bought this, it was pre-COVID. Now that COVID's out, these things are like $400 and some dollars. I think we paid $200 for it, but it's a porcelain bowl with, it's an elongated bowl with a the wand for, you know, cleaning out the bowl if needed to be. It's a lot easier that way. We did put in this coat hook here, this towel rack, and we have one out the door also, just like it. We're going to have to buy some more of those. Then, of course, this is one of the biggest selling points of the RV that we enjoyed the most. This big, huge wardrobe area. Again, this is a 30-foot RV. It bumper to, or ball to bumper, it's 29 and a little bit less. 29.11, I think, or 29.9. And you could see it was roomy. We've lived in here for a couple years. This is a brand new mattress that came with the fifth wheel. Of course, we have a different mattress, so we put the attic drawers up there. I don't know if they'll keep them, but they're nice. Heidi made those applique. I don't know what they're called.
Decals.
Yeah, to knock down the light. Boy, those things blind you. Then all the overhead cabinet here. We did option when we bought it both air conditioners. This has a heat strip, I guess you can say. It's a chill chaser. But yeah, this is it. This is.
I miss it.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at this. This is our home. We're actually, I think, and I'll ask Heidi. I'll put her on camera here and ask her if I fix this real quick. Oh, that's something else we did. We added the blind. That wasn't standard on these. Of course, we added a pull push bar too. So I'll ask Heidi. Do you have more feelings about moving out of this RV than you did the house?
Yes.
Same here. Yeah, I feel more strongly about this RV than we did our house we lived in for 20 years. You know, the house, there was nothing wrong with it. It served the purpose. It was a place for us to bring the kids up. It provided safety, shelter, warmth, you know, everything that we needed. It wasn't a money pit. It did everything that we wanted to. I mean, everything we wanted to with no issues. And yet, us leaving this RV, I have more emotions towards this than leaving this than I did the house, just because what it afforded us. I mean, this was like our big break, I guess you could say, from getting out of our house and being able to travel. And I still, there's a lot of unknowns with the fifth wheel, and we have no idea what it's going to be like pulling it back today, and you know how comfortable we're going to be. I'll have to say we stayed in it obviously last night, and wow, it was a very nice experience. But I'm gonna also say that no matter how nice this RV is, it feels like more of a trailer than the fifth wheel does. The fifth wheel is a fifth wheel trailer, but when you get in it, everything about it just seems a little bit more substantial. I don't know why that is yet, but we'll talk about that later. Oh, one other big upgrade I did, and I'm going to miss this greatly, is I put it to where you can plug your surge protector inside your RV here. That way you don't have to worry about it being out on the pole and securing it and somebody stealing it or anything like that. And of course, you guys know I had an auto former that I had there also. I got to figure that out for the new one, but yeah.
I'm gonna miss the storage, even though, because we weren't lacking storage in here, so it's different in the fifth wheel. Like the drawers, these drawers are much shorter in the fifth wheel.
Yeah.
So it'll be a lot of reorganizing. Right now we're just going to get back to,
yeah,
we're just getting ready we're packing up and putting everything away just for the travel part.
I see another big downsize reduction in our future.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we've downsized. We downsized before we left, obviously, the house. Then we downsized again. Where were we?
Arizona.
Arizona, right. We downsized. We actually downsized in Zephyr Hills. We had a little yard sale thing. We got rid of some stuff. They had a community sale. Then we downsized a lot in Arizona. I mean, a lot. A ton. We just took it all to Goodwill.
Half a truckload.
Yeah, half a truckload. We just took it and dropped it off. We have been living without a lot of stuff that was in storage for a while now, and I think we're going to go through another downsizing.
Yeah.
Definitely. Even though the fifth wheel has more storage overall. I just want to be clear.
Oh.
The fifth wheel by far has way more storage. Yeah. It's just we're starting to look and it's like, man, did we really need this? We're touching stuff, and
we've had stuff in storage for 3 months.
Right.
And yes, we missed some things only because we thought it was short term.
Yeah.
Other than that, a lot of the stuff could probably go.
Yeah, I agree. It's the funny part is we have the room in this fifth wheel for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But knowing that we have a bunch of stuff that's in storage that we're like, I don't know if we really needed this. So
I think there's a lot of stuff that I drug along with me since we were at home.
Right.
And I keeping it. It's not necessarily sentimental, but it's personal.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, why am I keeping this?
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff that we need to rethink here, but so this is it. This is probably going to be the last look for you guys inside our RV, and bittersweet. Moving into the fifth wheel, that would be nice. So let me go ahead and turn off all the lights in here. We got to put the slides in. We've got to fire up the truck. I got to back it up. We got to flush the tanks. And then at that point, it's all new to me. Here's one of the cool things about the new RV. We have the ability to control the awnings with Bluetooth. There's a few selected lights inside that we can use, like the awning lights we can turn on and off with Bluetooth. The step light, and there's an entrance light also that we can do. So both the awnings and all the slides. That's cool. So I could be out here making sure when I'm putting the slides out we're not hitting anything, or in this case I can watch it when it's going in to make sure everything's all right. See if there's any sticks on it or anything like that. Which we don't have any, but we could. This is really cool. There we go. How about that? I think this is a really cool feature. So this is a WeRV, hashtag WeRV. This is an app that they have that's available to operate a lot of the rigs. Not only that, I mean, there's other stuff on here that talks, the manuals, your profile, dewinterizing, FAQ. I mean, all this stuff, a lot of it pertinent to this specific RV. Now, I haven't seen yet, but some of them, like this case, I can't look at my floor plan. Some of you can see the floor plan. I know what the floor plan is. I don't need to see it, but it's kind of nice they have that feature. So we're hooked up. We think we got the hitch dead on. We're not sure. I put about 30 pounds of air pressure in the bags just to play it safe. I have the yaw sensor hooked up, so I got to set up the trailer. I got to pull forward. There's some stuff I got to do for the Ford truck to understand what kind of trailer it has behind it. But once it has the trailer learned, I'll be able to use my knob inside to actually steer and back up the fifth wheel based on the sensor that's on the trailer now that we installed. So this is all good in the neighborhood. I love the auto leveling thing. It's kind of nice because whenever you're hooked up, you can just push a button that says all jacks in, and it just starts taking them all up, and it stops when they're there. And then of course, once we're unhooked, we can do the same thing. We can just push the button and say, okay, level, auto level, and it just goes to town. It does all that work for you. So a lot of good things here. But let us get moving. We got to get something to eat. It is 11:45 and we haven't eaten yet. Okay, so pulling the RV, pulling the new RV, the new fifth wheel. Don't believe I went to a fifth wheel and that's the best pulling thing ever. That's so awesome. That is so great. It's like a dream. I can drive with my eyes closed. Sometimes I do, and I just use my little pinky toe to turn the steering wheel. Because our travel trailer with this truck and that hitch that we had, which we still have the hitch, we're still in the process of selling it, pulls better than this. Now, granted, our travel trailer wasn't, 10,000 pounds, 11,000 pounds. But we towed it when it was, 8,000 pounds. And we never had any issues with it. It was fine. And I liked how short the travel trailer was. I liked how short when I'm talking about short, I'm talking about the height of the travel trailer. Now, our travel trailer was longer overall with this truck and the hitch and everything than the fifth wheel is. But I want to say that this fifth wheel ride, it's not the best. I mean, I got my airbags up to like 45, I think it is. And it's not the best. Let me just tell you that. It's not the best. It's just, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of, I feel secure about pulling it, but it's just, it's not like that travel trailer. That travel trailer, I could toss that thing around. I could fly with that thing and toss it around. This one, you're driving the trailer. It just so happens that there's a truck hooked to the front of it. And the truck is how you actually steer things. But you're driving the trailer. The trailer's doing all the stuff back there for you. So I just wanted to let you know. Now, I'm sure if I had a 1-ton dually, a F450, it would be a little different. But I don't want that. I don't need that. So it's doing the job. Oh, the truck's, no, don't get me wrong. I'll say the same thing everybody does. Half-ton towable, half-ton towable. My truck got plenty of power.
I don't know how.
This truck's got plenty of power. That's not a half-ton towable behind us.
Right. But I'm just saying.
You don't know. You think about it. They make fifth wheels that only weigh what our travel trailer weighs. So the thing is with this truck, it's got plenty of power. It's not about power. It's all about how safe, how secure you feel moving it around. Now, I will have to say the whole steering thing, the trailer backup, pro trailer assist backup, whatever you want to call it, that's fun. That's really fun. And I got some pictures here I'll insert. You can see how it was nice and tight. I could do actually over 90 degrees. I have to unplug. I need to put my 7-pin extension in to give me a little bit more cord. But yeah, I can pivot this thing around to where it's more than 90 degrees because of this 8-foot bed. But yeah, it's okay. I'll have to say that I think the aerodynamics on this are a little bit better than our travel trailer. I will have to say that because I don't feel the air on the trailer. You guys that drive a lot and tow a lot, you know what I'm talking about. You can tell when your truck gets a gust of air, and you can tell when your trailer gets a gust of air, or if your trailer's hitting, being exposed to a bunch of wind. And I don't feel that with this one. I think that this truck is chopping up and pushing the air pretty easily up and over the fifth wheel. There's not that much frontage on the fifth wheel, and it's all curved, real nice anyways, the part that is exposed above the cab. So yeah, it's different. We'll give you more input on it, but yeah, I'm screwing around with the airbags now, just trying to get a feel for it. But some of the bumps that we've hit already, I don't know, we bounced around. It just feels a little strange to me, that's all. But Hey, we're towing a bigger home back there. See, right now we're in 8th. I'm speeding up a little bit to catch up to this truck. So I'm tired of people getting in front of me. And yeah, this has been the cruising speed, the cruising pace for quite some time now. And the gas mileage, don't let that, that's coming down from a high gas mileage for the last 1,100 miles. We've been averaging 9, but we've been empty a lot of time for that too. I'm assuming that we're getting about what we got with the travel trailer, and that's probably 7.5 miles to the gallon. Just so you know. Now I do have airbags on the truck. That helps out a little bit. Although I don't have to run the airbags. I'm not even on the overload springs, so that's kind of nice. Heidi's sitting in the chair taking a break. We did not update you when we got back here, and there's a reason why. Mainly because I was working awful hard getting it back into our spot. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I thought I'd show you Heidi's lovely face and her enjoying the casual seating area that she now has. And then I will back out and show you the disaster. And this isn't even all of it. Looky what this... Remember what it looked like last time? Look at all this stuff. This is all in one day. Just to let you know. This is all in one day. Look at all this crap that's all over the place. I mean, we just have stuff everywhere because we haven't figured out homes for everything.
It's so different in a positive way. So we're just trying to get everything in here and possibly in its home. And then we're going to go through each room like we did with the travel trailer and downsize.
We're going to get rid of stuff.
Again.
Because we have plenty of room for it. We just don't want this stuff. I mean, a lot of this stuff we're looking at, it's like, well, we haven't even touched that. We haven't even dealt with it all.
We actually have a storage unit that we have to go get stuff out of. It's kind of hard to believe that we've been without it for 3 months. And
barely remember what it is.
I don't think that we even remember what's in there.
Fishing poles, a scooter, the blue tank. That's about it. Look at all this. Look at all this stuff. Now we're selling stuff on whatchamacallit. Look there. The bathroom's not so bad. We're going to be redoing this. We added a hook here, a washcloth thing instead of command hooks. I don't have any lights on in here, but yeah, I mean
it's a disaster.
Yeah, but I mean it's filling up. It's working. Man, the shower's lovely.
Yeah.
Holy cow. There's some adjustment I have to make there as far as the height. We don't have a coat rack. We don't have a place to put our shoes. We got to figure that out.
It's kind of hard whenever you full time and you're going from one unit to the next. You just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, so this disaster that you're seeing is, look at it. It's our dirty clothes. We don't know where that's going.
Better.
Look at all these shoes that are Heidi's. Well, wait a minute. Maybe they're all mine. Those are all mine. The washer dryer. Of course, we've been doing some laundry. The bed. What a disaster. I mean, look. Who's going to bed with a tape measure and wallets and glasses and I don't even know what that is.
This is first aid kit.
First aid kit. So yeah, Heidi's in the process. Look, I bought some local artwork from a local. Heidi, I love it because I can see it. It's just, I love it, just the color. But yeah, we're trying to figure this out. So I'll show you outside what was going on. Let me slip on yet another pair of my shoes. Like I said, we have.
Like you don't have any.
I don't have any. Might have to buy some more.
And we have to realize that whenever we buy something, we have to get rid of something.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Maybe we need to buy something and get rid of 2 of something.
You coming out?
Yeah.
Heidi don't know. So the sun's been in and out. It's been raining. I'm getting ready, or I'm going to be posting, or I already posted a video. We went ahead and spent $90 for a thing on the front here because whenever the wash goes into a cycle, it shakes the RV a little bit, and that stopped it. So the reason I'm coming out here is I've got to I got to get rid of the Pro Pride hitch. A guy's supposed to be coming tomorrow, and I've got to unbolt this thing and take it off, you know, the shield, the rock guard, because the rock guard's going back on there. The problem that I have is I don't have a hitch that is 2.5 inches for this to bolt to, so that means I can only bolt on, I have to re-bolt on the old 2.5 inch and use a shank that's way up in there that we didn't sell. But it's awful big. I didn't want that shank to be on the truck if I didn't have to. I don't mind just having a bar, but I really don't want a whole drop shank on there. I guess I could point it up, but then it's still going to be in the way. It's going to be pointed up, like here. It might be even more than that. I just didn't want that there. Yeah.
Instead of your shin.
So anyways, we have some work to do there. That's kind of what I'm in the middle of. The mail has not gone yet to get our stuff. But yeah, the RV, we did find out something. Got a little nicky nick here. I thought I did it, but I didn't. I'm gonna try to hold you up there. So we think that it was probably the transporter that did that, because that is a strike on like a branch or something that has cracked that fiberglass. But we've been in touch with ROCKWOOD. They're going to be setting us up with what we need. Quite honestly, I just like to patch it myself and touch it up with some paint. I think I can do that. I think I know how to do that. I'm sure I can do that. And it would look just fine, but we do need the paint. So again, they're working on that with us. And we have a lot of oh, it's locked. Anyways, there's some totes in there, but they're empty. The good news is our shed that we have here that goes with our site. We just have a couple totes in here, right?
They're empty, yeah.
And that's it. So just a couple empty totes. And then of course this stuff here, we haven't figured out the bicycle situation. This is kind of a touchy subject with us because you know, I don't want these bikes to go on the back of the RV to the point where we have to worry about them getting stolen, getting damaged, getting wet, you know, as we travel down the road. But as it stands right now, unless we take these bikes and put them in totes, those big totes that we have, and slide them inside the RV every single time we stop, basically, or I should say every time we get ready to start traveling again, basically what we would do is I would have to lift the bicycle up here and slide it, the tote, in that area, and then take the next tote and slide it and turn it sideways here. And that's where those bikes would have to travel. And I don't think I want to do that. We can put them on the rack in the back, but they're not normal bicycles. They're electric bikes. They don't like humidity, and they definitely don't like moisture, just water. And you know how it is when you're driving down the road and it's just pouring down the rain. Now they make bags that these things can go into and stuff, but man,
They're half the cost of the bike.
they're expensive, and
They're like $500.
it's really tough.
For a good one, I should say.
Right.
We might be able to find something, but you got to protect your investment.
So we've got mixed feelings about that right now.
We might be going on our Shoot-A-Bakers.
Yeah. Our what are those, feet-a-guineas?
Yeah.
Shoot-A-Bakers and feet-a-guineas. Which the thing is we love exploring the bike trails that some of these places we've been to. But anyways, right now we're in the process of releasing videos. I don't know exactly when you are going to see this video, but we're getting there. We're getting to that point. Oh, let's talk about the faux pas. So here's something that we learned. We had a lot of stuff running in the RV. Now this is a 50 amp RV. The thing is they had a 60 amp breaker that was feeding our 50 amp breaker, and the 60 amp breaker took a crap and it knocked out the power to our post. Now the guy that came out kind of misdiagnosed it originally, and what he did was replace the plug, replace the 50 amp breaker, put a ground to the 50 amp that it didn't show, even though our unit, the power watchdog, always said that it was fine, and then he went back to that 60 amp breaker, which we knew was bad. We could see it was
Yeah,
bad.
because we still weren't getting power.
Right, right. And he finally fixed that.
I'm glad it happened that way.
Yeah, I did too. So we got all new components. However, I'm going to tell you that we can exceed 50 amps easily when we're turning on a lot of stuff in there.
You remember, the microwave will always get you in trouble.
Yeah, the microwaves, no matter what you might be getting away with. But
Yeah.
we had a few things going, and then unfortunately the microwave, like she said, that kicked it. That's really topped the whole thing. So we're going to close out this video. It's gone long enough, and stay tuned for our next little trip into whatever it is we may be doing, which, again, so many projects, I'm sure that's what you're going to see. So
As always, we hope to see you out here. Bye.
bye.